How's it going, YouTube? This is Skull, and welcome to my LaserDisc collection from the year 2024. I had quite a few people actually request to see an update to my LaserDisc collection, and, well, I decided, hey, why not do it right now? So, I wanted to start off by saying I love collecting LaserDiscs. I've been a huge fan of LaserDiscs since I was very little. My dad, the more I learn about his hobbies and collections and stuff, the more I realized he was kind of a videophile like I am. He invested heavily in LaserDisc. He got really good televisions. He got nice stereo surround sound, all that kind of stuff, all the way back in the 1990s when I was growing up. So even though LaserDisc wasn't really a big deal anywhere in the world, but especially not North America, I have a lot of fond memories of LaserDisc from my childhood, and of course, when my dad passed away, I inherited his collection. A lot of what you see in this video was originally his and was passed down to me, but there's also quite a few that I've picked up along the way. And I just really love LaserDisc. There's a lot of benefits to the format, such as all the bonus features that it was capable of that you just couldn't get until the DVD era, and a lot of those bonus features never left LaserDisc. There's also all kinds of other reasons why I'm into it, but I don't need to go into all that here. You guys aren't here to listen to me talk about why I love LaserDisc. You guys are here to see what LaserDiscs I have. So I'm going to go ahead and show them all off. I'm going to start with the special box sets that I have, followed by all of the regular titles, and I'm going to go in alphabetical order. I'm going to just probably breeze through most of this, but I'll probably give a little sentence or two about some of the titles that I find interesting. Going to go ahead and start off with this monstrosity. I really hope this shows up in the full view. This is the CAV Special Edition of Fantasia. So this is ginormous. Most LaserDiscs did not look like this. Most of them were the same size as a vinyl record sleeve. But this, I found out that Disney did a lot of CAV special editions of their films, and I had to pick this up because Fantasia is an amazing film. And also, this is one of the best surround sound mixes of the movie that has ever been released, even going into the present day. So I love Fantasia. I love Disney films in general, Disney animated films, so you're probably going to see a lot of Disney films on this list. And I had to get this, and I've watched it, and it looks pretty darn good. Until Disney releases this film in 4K, this is probably going to be my go-to way of watching this. There's, I think, 9 discs or something in total here. No, there's only 3. There's only 3. Like I said, this is a CAV version of this film, which means constant angular velocity, as opposed to CLV, constant linear velocity. Without getting into the technical jargon, all you need to know is it's a better picture. And you can tell. And it's an incredible film. It looks great. And this box set has so much extra stuff in it. And it's so big. Next up is the Star Wars Trilogy Special Edition. Not much to say about this. It's all 3 of the original trilogy films in one box set. Most people probably are at least familiar with this. Even if you're not huge into LaserDisc, you probably have seen a picture of this somewhere on the internet. My dad had it. This was my very first time I ever watched Star Wars when I was growing up, was watching it on this LaserDisc, so yeah. The final big box I have is this special edition for The Lion King. This is a deluxe CAV letterbox edition, so not only is this the CAV disc, which means that it looks a lot better than the regular ones, but it's also the letterbox version, so it's the original widescreen version of this film, which I don't think ever got released on VHS and wasn't released again in widescreen until the DVD release for the film's 10th anniversary. So this is a very special version of this film. It's one of my favorite films of all time, one of the best animated films ever made. There's so many extra goodies in here, special behind the scenes looks at the film, bonus materials, all kinds of stuff. So yeah, this is probably my favorite LaserDisc in my collection, or at the very least, it's in the top 5. From here on out, I'm just going to go ahead and give you guys a quick look at the titles that I have. I hope that I framed the camera properly so you guys can see everything. If not, I apologize, but I'm not doing this again. 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, The Adventures of Huck Finn, An Affair to Remember, which is a beautiful romantic comedy film. Air Force One, Alice in Wonderland, The Aristocats, Balto, and this is the special edition widescreen version of the film. Balto again, and this is a Japanese Laserdisc that I imported with my last Buy-E order. Beauty and the Beast, and I wanted to let you guys know about this version because this is a special in-progress version that was screened to the 1991 New York Film Festival about 3 months before the film actually released in theaters, and this is one of the rare times where you could see a film as it was being made by Disney, an animated film, and you could see the progress that was being made on it. Some scenes are completely finished, some scenes are just rough sketches, and there's everything in between. This is a must-own for the Laserdisc format for anyone who even is a casual Disney fan. This is a real treat, and I'm super happy that Disney released this. Casablanca, one of the greatest films of all time, and this very Laserdisc was the very first time that I ever watched it when I was growing up. Cinderella, Clear and Present Danger. I just realized that there's a bit of a glare from the light up there, so if any of these have been reflecting poorly, I do apologize. Cutthroat Island. At one point, this was considered the biggest box office bomb of all time, but you know what? This is actually not a bad film. This is actually kind of a fun pirate film. Not the same quality as Pirates of the Caribbean, but, you know, it's a good popcorn movie. The Dream is Alive, which is an IMAX film about and filmed on the space shuttle. Fantasia, yes, I own the normal version of this film, and you can just contrast this to the CAV Deluxe Edition just to see how different they are. A Far Off Place. The Fugitive, which is the only copy of this film that I own, but hey, I don't need anything better because this is still amazing. You see, I say that, but I just remembered the 4K just released a month ago, and it's pretty good, so I should pick that up. Gus, Homeward Bound, The Incredible Journey. The Hunt for Red October. Classic film. If you guys haven't seen this, watch this. This is so good. The Island at the Top of the World. The Jungle Book. Kidnapped. Lady and the Tramp. The Lion King. Again, I own the normal Laserdisc even though I have the deluxe edition. It's just nice to compare the versions, you know? The Lost Films of Laurel and Hardy, and these actually were considered lost films before they released on Laserdisc. There's a lot of films that released on Laserdiscs that were assumed lost, and then they were found, and they were given proper restorations and put on the best format possible, which is a lot of extra work, but companies in the 90s, production companies in the 90s really did care about that kind of thing. The Muppet Christmas Carol, quite possibly the best Christmas movie ever made. My Fellow Americans, Old Yeller. This is a sad film. Pinocchio, and there's actually quite a few of these films, such as this one, where I owned both the Laserdisc and the VHS growing up, so it's kind of fun to have the memory of just swapping back and forth between them and having fun with both formats while I was at a young age. I just bunked my microphone. Pokemon, the first movie from Japan, and I made a whole video about this because it is so important and so special. This is the one and only Pokemon title ever released on Laserdisc anywhere in the world. So I own a 100% complete collection. Patriot Games. My dad was a huge Harrison Ford fan, can you tell? The Preacher's Wife, which was a 90s remake of the classic Christmas movie, The Bishop's Wife. Ready to Wear. Yeah, I'd never heard of this either. Robin Hood. Rudyard Kipling's The Jungle Book, which was, in fact, the very first Disney live-action remake of an animated film. This released all the way back in 1994. Shipwrecked. Sleeping Beauty, another one of those deluxe edition CAV Laserdiscs, although this doesn't come with all the many bonus features, it's just the film in the best format possible. Sleepless in Seattle, a classic romantic comedy. Snow White and the Seven Dwarves, and I'm pretty sure that this Laserdisc was actually the very first home video release of this film. Wow, look at this. It was actually listed for $29.99 brand new, and then eventually sold for $9.99 from that exact same Blockbuster. This is one of the reasons I love collecting Laserdiscs. It's always so fun to see all the people who never took the stickers off. Most people don't because people who bought Laserdiscs were collectors even back then. Just adds to the fun of it all. Star Trek the Motion Picture, the special longer version, and yeah, there's about 12 extra minutes of footage in this, which is... It doesn't help the film all that much, but it's nice to see just a little bit more. Star Trek First Contact. The Story of Robin Hood. The Sword and the Rose. Rest in peace, Glynis John. She literally just passed away yesterday. And finally, While You Were Sleeping, another classic romantic comedy. So there we go, those are the LaserDiscs that I currently own in my collection. I fully plan on adding more in the future, I just don't really have the space for them right now. I mean, you can see behind me in every single video just how cramped this room alone is. The living room is cramped, the bedroom is cramped, the kitchen is cramped. So hopefully when I get more space, I'll be able to add more to my collection. Until then, I'm very happy with what I have, and believe it or not, I actually watch a lot of these LaserDiscs on a fairly regular basis. I think I average a LaserDisc every 1 or 2 months. And that's considering the fact that I own films on 4K, I have a 4K OLED television, I have access to Disney+, I have 600 plus films across all different formats, including LaserDisc. But there's just something about LaserDiscs that I still love, even in the year 2024. If you made it to the end of the video, thank you so much. Please consider subscribing and write a comment down below letting me know if you are into LaserDiscs as much as I am and what some of your favorite LaserDiscs are. And I also welcome suggestions on what LaserDiscs I should be buying in the future. That'll bring this video to an end. Thanks everyone for watching, and stay tuned for more.